going to be doing a great little hack today on Annelaine Patterns coffee and tea cardigan. As if it's not already a great enough pattern, this thing's amazing, but we're going to make it even more cozy. So what we're doing today is we're adding a thumb hole to the cuff. I've already done it on mine and I absolutely love it. And today I'm going to do it on my daughter's, just kind of showing you that even a technique, a fussy technique like this, can be done on the tiniest little cuffs without really any trouble at all. Plus, my daughter is just like me. We're always cozy, cozy, and we like to curl up into warm little blankets. And this basically makes the cardigan into almost a blanket. It gives you little mittens on the end. It's great. So what we're going to do is just a minor modification to the pattern. When you're cutting out your cuffs, they just need to be a little bit longer. Your width won't change because your wrist doesn't change, just how far down it needs to go. So your length needs to change a little bit. In this case, I added 2 inches to the pattern. 2 inches is pretty good. It'll reach just past her thumb, which is what we need. If you want it even snugger or snugglier, I guess, like I did on mine, you can go even longer. So I added an extra 2 inches to my daughter's, and I think that'll be just fine. So in the pattern, she does the book and pen method. We're going to do kind of half of that, just the book. We're throwing the book at it, and we're throwing out the pen part. So what we're going to do is fold our pattern piece, or our cuff in half lengthwise, so we have one long, narrow cuff, and then we just have to take a couple of measurements. So from the wrist to the beginning of the thumb hole, I already measured on my daughter. I just put the cardigan on her and just kind of measured. And I need 1 inch there. That'll get it to just the base of her thumb plus a seam allowance. So we're going to do 1 inch, and then we need the thumb hole itself. And I measured that out, and I think about 1.5 inches is about right. 1.5 inches is the absolute minimum you're going to do even on an adult cardigan, so it's pretty generous for a kid's size. Adults, they should be, between 1.5 inches to 2.5 inches long for your thumb hole, depending upon, how much movement you need, how big your thumbs are, I guess. I don't know. How big your hand is, who knows. For me, I use 1.25 inches to 2 inches, but anywho, so 1 inch from the cuff, then 1.5 inches away from that will be the end of the thumb hole. And then you're going to do the exact same measurements from the other raw edge. So 1 inch in, and then 1.5 inches from that. I've already done this on my other cuff. So we have, again, the sleeve will go here, the thumb hole here, and this will be the fold. So once it's on, it's going to look a lot like that. Well, technically the thumb's over here, so that. Obviously my hand is bigger than a 2-year-old's. Shocking, I know. So one other tip that I like to do, because I can get a little squirrel, little scatterbrained, I take a clip and I just put the clip exactly where I need to make sure I don't sew. That way I don't get all scatterbrained and sew where I shouldn't sew. Not that that's ever happened before. All right, so let's get stitching. There it is. All right, so I guess we'll do the right thing and clip our threads. Yeah, it's the polite thing to do. All right, so here's our cuff. Next thing you're going to want to do is just press your seam allowance open. You should do this with an iron. I'm going to do it with my fingers just to show you what we're doing. I mean, my iron's all the way over there. I can't go that far. All right, press your seam allowances open. Having a nice crisp edge there will make hand stitching it a lot easier, or machine stitching it, depending on what you decide to do. All right, then turn it right side out. Probably should have mentioned that. When you sew it, wrong right sides together. Pretty standard stuff. The last step here is just to invisible stitch this together. So just go ahead and invisible stitch all the way around your thumb hole, just right there, just to give it a nice clean edge. Alternatively, if you want to, you can just stitch a nice little stretch seam down each side, all the way down the cuff. If you want a little bit more of an athletic look, that's a way to do it. Or you can, just stitch with a stretch stitch on your machine all the way around just the thumb hole. Completely up to you. If you do hand stitch it, use elastic thread if you can. That'll keep any give that you have there, well, giving. So that's it. That is how you make the a thumb hole in a cardigan. In this case, we're using the Coffee and Tea cardigan by Annelaine Patterns. Again, if you don't have this pattern, guys, make sure to pick it up. It's fantastic. It's almost 4 patterns in one. It has 2 distinct styles, the coffee and the tea. Wow! And 2 different lengths on each one as well. So you're basically getting 4 cardigan patterns for one price. Incredible value. You can add pockets, you can add cuffs, no cuffs, tons of options, well worth the money. So go ahead and follow the link and pick up your copy today and get stitching your own. All right, let us know how it goes. And oh, little plug, this particular cuff, once I put it on my daughter's, is going into this beautiful cardigan, right? Nice soft material, but wait, it has a little secret. It's reversible, fully lined and reversible. So this is my own hack on the pattern. Take a look in the other videos available and you'll see how to do that as well. Again, lots of options with this particular pattern, including fun options like what I did here, making it reversible. If you don't have a serger, this is a wonderful way to do things because you can't see any of your edges. So anyway, enough plugs. You guys have sewing to do, right? So stop watching YouTube and go buy a pattern and sew, all right? Have a good day, y'all. Bye.